Hey everyone, and welcome back. In this video we're going to look at grip and how the SIRT pistol can help you create a good grip and also maintain it in the period before you go abroad to actually shoot live rounds. But first of all, what is a good grip? If you're new to shooting and new to pistol shooting, how do you know it's a good grip? There are lots of instructors out there that will help you. I'm going to give you a very brief of how I establish my grip. There are fundamentals when it comes to a pistol grip. I'm going to show you a few of these. But for me, a good grip is one that works for you. Remember, we're all completely different. Different hand size, finger size, strength, our eyes, our height, our weight, everything is different. When you bring a firearm, a pistol into it, there's so many variations of that as well. So it's about establishing a grip that works for you, allows you to control the pistol and keep it tight and steady. I'm going to show you how I establish my grip. It brings in some of the fundamentals. Some of them are slightly different from what you'll see in other videos. So the first thing is, we have the SIRT. It's great for establishing the grip. It's very, very similar to a Glock 17, and its weight is the same as well as a fully loaded Glock 17. So what we have here is the beaver tail. If you take your hand, just hold the pistol, take your hand, and as if you're going to shake hands with the pistol. You're going to bring this little bit on your thumb here. You're going to bring it into here, slide it up. You want it as high as possible on there. You want to be able to not have any gap in here. So you're bringing it as high as possible, and all you're doing is the three lower fingers, you're going to bring them round. This finger, point it up to the ceiling. You will notice that I have a slight bend in the pinky. That's called the Viking finger. Don't worry about it, it's not broken. So, first thing is, three fingers round the bottom. You want to make sure there's no gap here, and this finger needs to be pointing up, well out the way. And you will only bring that finger down when you're sighted the target and you're ready to shoot. How much squeeze should be on these three fingers? Well, there's a whole lot of debate about that, but keep it very simple. The bottom one's fairly tight, like a good firm handshake. The other two fairly light, allows you to manipulate this finger. Very important, the trigger finger. So we'll have a look at the other side. Thumb well out the way, creates a little space here. Bring in your fleshy part. You're going to bring it in like a clap, boom. Now what I do is, when I bring it in, I'm rotating it. Rotating it, and the reason for this is, I want to get as much hand on this firearm as possible. The more hand I've got on it, the more stable it should be. Yeah. And this thumb, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just lay it down on top of that one. It doesn't have to be down like this, it can be up. The main thing is that I want to have as much hand on there as possible. I bring my thumb here, I push it slightly that way. I was pulling to the left slightly, so when I actually rotate and squeeze, I'm also pushing slightly that way. And you'll see these fingers just sit inside the other fingers, just slide in there. And what we're doing is we are squeezing and gripping. Now you say, what's the overall squeeze? Is it 60-40, 60 on one hand, 40 on another? Don't worry about that too much. It's really getting a good, firm grip. There is this idea that, you know, you grip it to death and it shouldn't move. It's very difficult to stop this moving when you fire, you know, moving up and down. One thing I do is I lock my wrists here. So when I'm shooting, my wrists are locked. And the good reason for that is that when I shoot, if it goes up, it's not going to come down any further. I don't want it to drop any lower than that. Very quick recap. Pistol, shake, hit it as high as you can, make sure there's no gap, three fingers round the bottom, finger pointing up, yep, a nice squeeze starting at the bottom, loose at the top. allows this finger to be looser. Going to bring it round, bring your thumb out the way. Yeah, going to bring it in like a clap, clap, and we're going to then rotate. Now I rotate because I want to get as much hand. If you've got a smaller hand, you may just want to bring it in and lay it down. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when you know, each grip is different. The fundamentals may be the same. Fingers around the bottom, thumb out the way, lots of squeeze, thumb along the barrel, etc. But minute differences will appear on each person and their grip. That's how I established my grip, and the SIRT is fantastic for training that, making sure you're going to be consistent. And that is the important thing about grip, is consistency. You want to be able to establish this grip the same every time, the same pressures, the same position of your hands, etc. And it's great for training. So that's the grip and how the SIRT can really help. But you can also train with airsoft, and you can train with a simulated pistol as well. So you don't need to establish or train your grip with the SIRT. But for me, personally, I use Glock 17s and 19s when I'm abroad, and it's very, very good because this is very similar to a 17 in terms of weight and size. So it's good for me to create my grip each time. I hope that helped. The next video, we'll look at sight alignment. Thanks very much for watching. You guys take care. All the best.